totally gonna have this on video and show you guys how I make these cookies, and I completely forgot. So I'm starting late. But what I did first was I roasted some sunflower seeds, raw sunflower seeds, and Brazil nuts, and I made some nut butter. See? And really delicious. I waited for them to cool. I roasted them at 350 degrees for about 7 minutes, and then I stirred them, and then I roasted another maybe 4 or 5 minutes. Just keep an eye out because they burn very, very quickly, and just wait until you can smell them. And when you really smell them, you know they're done. So take them out of the oven, and then let them cool, and then put them in your food processor or your high-powered blender. Make the nut butter. Then what I did is I have my nut butter, some organic maple syrup, and a little bit of organic coconut oil. That's all I put in here so far, I think. Oh, and vanilla, and a little bit of salt. And now I'm just going to add some, well, first I'm going to add baking powder. So I'm going to put my recipe up there for you guys. On my website I'll have the recipe. But 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So this is a half of a teaspoon, so I'm going to put 2 in. And then, how much cinnamon? I have 1 1/4 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. So there's 1, just about 1/4. And then 1 1/2 of turmeric. So it's 1, 2, 3 halves. Okay, and something about turmeric, the reason I have this paper towel down is because I have white countertops and turmeric stains everything. So, even if you have quartz isn't supposed to stain, but I would just put that down just in case, just to be safe, because you don't want your white countertops to be yellow, you know what I mean? So, okay, so I think we have everything in there. So I have everything except for the bananas and the oats. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a whirl. Let's see here. And then I'm going to add the bananas, and then I'm going to add the oats last. So I just make the whole thing in my food processor. It just makes it so easy and quick, and there's only one thing to wash. So, and I mean, I make the nut butter in there too, so I don't even have to wash it before I just take the nut butter out, and then I put everything back in here, and white, brown bananas. So right. We're just waiting for it to be made. Really yummy. Also, I usually use dates, but in most of my recipes you'll notice. But maple syrup. What the heck was that? Oh, maple syrup. Maple syrup is awesome because it's actually a lower glycemic index than dates. So it's so sweet you wouldn't even believe that, but it is. So it's a really great alternative to sugar, and it tastes awesome. And that maple syrup taste is delicious, but it doesn't even, when you're baking something, you don't have to worry about having something, if you're worried about having it taste all mapley, it doesn't. So okay, I said 3 medium very ripe bananas, which these are very ripe, but and then I put 320 grams. So I'm just gonna make sure that I have enough here because I have a half of another one in there, so in case I need it. Yeah, and I think I'm going to, so good thing I didn't eat the whole thing in my oatmeal this morning. Okay, and that's perfect. So get rid of mash them. I'm just going to add them to the food processor, and everything is just that simple. Just add them in, give them a blend. I'll put my oats in there too. So let's see, what do we got going on here? Oh yeah. All that yellow turmeric, it kind of looks like mustard. So it doesn't look that good, but it smells really good. Super yummy. Okay, I'm just gonna measure out my oats in the same little thing that I had my, let's see, 300 grams. So, and I use gluten-free oats, which for some reason gluten-free oats can be very expensive, but Trader Joe's has them for a really good price. I mean, they're very inexpensive and they're so delicious. I've been getting them from there for years. I love them. Okay, so I have the bananas, the nut butter, the coconut oil, maple syrup, vanilla. Here's my oats. The baking powder, turmeric, cinnamon, and salt I already put in there. So I'm just going to add these, mix it up, and then I'm just going to put it in my bowl and add the chocolate chips. And then I'll be ready to go. It's really hard not to eat this batter. I'm telling you. You'll want to eat all the batter. Perfect. So perfect. It's so good. And because it's vegan, you could eat all the batter. So what I like to do is I like to just add the batter right to a bowl like this, a glass bowl that has a lid, and then I like to put it in the refrigerator for about a half an hour, at least, before I bake them. And even though there's banana in here, you can wait overnight if you want to bake them. If you want to make the batter like the night before and then just bake them in the morning, that's fine. But at least 15 minutes, I would say, because it gives the batter a chance to just kind of firm up, and then they're perfectly gooey in the center when they come out after baking. So I'm just going to get all the batter out. The reason I like the food processor better than the blender is because, I mean, I love my blender, but for something like this, it's just super easy and quick, and the food processor is just really easy to clean because the blade comes out, and the blender, my blender anyway, the blade doesn't come out, so it's a little bit harder to clean. So I know this doesn't look pretty because of the turmeric, but I promise you it's so good. And it's so healthy. Turmeric is such a good anti-inflammatory. There's actually a lot of research that proves that. And it tastes really good too. Okay, so I'm gonna add about, what do I have here? I have out of the way. I'm gonna add about 4 ounces of regular vegan dark chocolate chips. So vegan and gluten-free, because I can't have gluten. You probably shouldn't either because it causes autoimmune disease. It really does. And then about 2 ounces of the vegan gluten-free mini chocolate chips. Just because I like chocolate in every bite. So, let's see here. all of them. Oh, that's perfect. So there's 4 ounces, and then 2 ounces of these. So, oops. Perfect. That's it. I'm just gonna stir this up and then put it in the refrigerator. I'll probably eat a little bit of the dough, I'm gonna be honest. I'm only human, what can I say? And, oh, and I've been drinking some wine, so yeah, I'm probably gonna eat a little bit of the batter, but then I'll come back, I'll bake them, and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, so I did the dishes, I took a shower, the cookie dough was in the refrigerator chilling for probably like an hour, and so I just put it all, I made little balls, I just kind of smushed them down, and yeah, I'm gonna stick them in the oven at 325 for about 10 minutes. You could put both in at the same time. You know, I have 2 cookie sheets here, and then just at 5 minutes flip them and put, you know, the bottom, the one on the bottom rack, on the top rack, the top rack, and the bottom rack, blah blah blah. But I'm not in a hurry, so I'm just gonna cook them each on the low rack so that they're perfect. And then I'm gonna let them chill on the cookie dough. I mean on the pan for about 2 minutes. Then I'm gonna take them off and let them cool on this wire rack. Ta-da! Probably can't see it. See? It's a wire rack. So, that's it. Okay. So I took them out of the oven. I kept them in there for 12 minutes. And they're gonna look undone, but don't overcook them because they need to be gooey. You know what I mean? I mean, they're vegan, so they're not gonna make you sick or anything. So, let's pick this one. Look what it looks like. I hope my lighting is good because you need to see how delicious this is. Oh, look at that. Oops, I think I just dropped chocolate. Look at that though. Doesn't that look good? Mmm. Huh. Mmm. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. It's really good. Look at all that chocolate. Can you even see that in this lighting? Look at that chocolate. Look at that. And all I did was remember I put 4 ounces of the regular dark chocolate chips, the vegan gluten-free dark chocolate chips, and 2 ounces of the mini ones. So, and remember, don't eat that. That might be chocolate. Oh, I think it's just oatmeal. Okay, you can eat it. Arthur was very interested. But I wanted to make sure it wasn't chocolate because, you know, cats can't have chocolate, just like dogs. So, anyway, yeah. Very good.